And we're back with part 2 of One More Time by Blink-18Poo. Where we left off in part 1, we listened to Edging. That song is absolutely terrible. I am just going to continue. Next song, you don't know what you've got. I don't know why I struggle to read that so much. Next track, you don't know what you've got. Ooh. Okay.
One phone call wiped out a year, like we've swept under the pier. Long weeks of stuck in life's waiting room. You don't know.
Okay, right, hold on, before we get into this chorus. Firstly, that intro, really cool. I love that they're starting with this really cool stuff going on with the drums. I think Travis Barker, again, carries all of these songs. Travis Barker is absolutely incredible. He carries every Blink-182 song. Yeah, so the drumming at the beginning was really great, especially with a lot of these rim shots and stuff. They sound fantastic. So it reminds me a lot of, I forget what the song's called, but it reminds me of a song off of their self-titled. And I like the lyrics here. It seems like it's referring to Mark Hoppus's cancer, which I think is a very interesting topic to cover on a Blink-182 song. I like that they're going with this. I know I had a lot of complaints with One More Time for being a little too serious, but I think it's because of the instrumental as well. Here they're still making it a pop-punk song, but blending it with some more serious lyrics, which I think works way better than it did on One More Time. Which reminds me of some much-needed context I was given about the album recently. Basically, I was told that while he was going through chemotherapy, Mark Hoppus's vocal cords were actually apparently got seriously messed up, and that's why the vocals on this album are so processed. That doesn't really change my opinion on a lot of the stuff on here, but it's definitely some much needed context going into it, and it's actually very helpful when listening to it again. So thank you, Yaz, for sending in that extra context. This chorus is a little whatever though. Yeah, according to Genius here, this song is about Mark Hoppus's cancer, which I think is a really nice way of... I think they're covering it in the best way possible here. I think this is really well done. In the writing, I mean. Oh, and apparently the hook here was written by Travis Barker as well. Yeah, I don't like this chorus though. It's a mid-ass outro, I'm not gonna lie. That song was an example of the best and worst elements of this album. I think the writing on here was absolutely incredible. I think Mark Hoppus gave one of his best vocal performances, full stop here. I think that, again, the instrumental was one of the best on the whole album, especially in the drumming. I think Travis Barker absolutely carried this song. The drumming was incredible here. Really, really good. But the chorus and the outro are just bad. They just aren't good. I think the chorus in particular is really, really underwhelming, especially with how serious this song is. I feel like having just that really goofy chorus just does not work. I know that it's not trying to be goofy, it's unintentionally goofy. I really don't like the chorus, and the outro, the over and over and over and over thing, it just doesn't sound good. Yeah. Song I think I loved, song I think I really didn't like. I'd give it a 6, I think. Again, it's I can't talk. It's in the green. I think I'm more positive on the song than I am negative, but I still think there's just a few too many elements of the song that don't work for me. Next track, Blink Wave. Really? No. You can't call a song Blink Wave and then do this freaking... No. That's so bad. That's so bad. I can't stand this instrumental. I think this instrumental sounds awful. Blink have confirmed this isn't their last album. Oh. Wait, really? Okay, that is actually very interesting. I thought... Thank you for that context. That actually does change a lot of this. Anyway, as I was saying, this instrumental sucks. This electronic, new wave, pop punk blend just doesn't work. I think it sounds really awkward, especially paired with the vocals. It's not blending very well. Boring. Having a song based on a bad pun in a title is something Blink-182 would do. Doesn't mean it works though. I think the electronic new wave pop punk blend is tacky. I just don't think it sounds good. It's just really awkward. The vocals on this song are probably like some of the worst on the album so far. The vocals on this album are really up and down. They've been great on some tracks and then really bad on others. This is an example where they just don't work for me. And I think that just in general, that just the entire sound of this song just really isn't clicking with me, especially with the lyrics. Its chorus is way too long as well. I don't get why they have such a long ass chorus here. The song was kind of stinky, one of my least favorites so far. I'd give it a 3. Next track, Bad News.
I'm giving you bad, bad news. I think I might have fallen out of love with you. I keep on thinking that I might be better alone. I might be better sometimes when I get back from work.
Okay.
When you bad, bad news. I think I might have fallen out of love with you.
Okay, this song is off to a hell of a start. I think that the intro was a little boring, but then as soon as it kicked in with just like that intense, in-your-face, explosive sound, I think it worked really, really well. I also like the writing here. It seems to be commenting on the man breaking up and like the feelings that came along with that, I guess. I think that's a nice topic to cover here.
Bad, bad news. Now I think I know what I already knew. The truth is out, so there's no pretending.
Yeah, the instrumental on this song is one of the best on the entire album so far. And I think that Mark Hoppus is doing a really good job here as well. Really solid chorus too. Alright, it sounded like it's going to transition, so before it does, that was a much needed bounce back for this album. The previous 3 songs just were not it. That was a much needed bounce back. I think that had one of the best instrumentals on the whole album. I love how in your face it was. I love the lyrical content here. I think this is one of the best written songs on the whole album. Strong ass chorus, great verses. One of Mark Hoppus' best vocal performances on the album so far. I'd give that song another solid 8. That was pretty good. Right, we got a transition into the next song, Hurt Interlude. So I'm not going to score that. Really? There's not even a transition? You tricked me, damn. You could have done a transition here. I don't know why they didn't.
Have you heard like this before? When your eyes were ready to
Actually, no, I will score this. It's more than a minute long and it has lyrics. I'm going to score it. Okay, decent instrumental on this. Did not care for, like, that little verse he had there, though. I just... in one ear and out the other. Wow. I don't know. I'm indifferent on that. Decent instrumental. Boring verse. It's an interlude. I am going to score it because it was more than a minute and it had lyrics, though. I'll give it a 5. It's fine. It's not terrible. Yeah. I'm indifferent on it. Next song, Turpentine. Turpentine? I don't know how to say that.
soak your clothes in kerosene, cleanse the mind of ketamine.
Okay. Okay, phaser on the drums. Huh. This song is a little interesting. I think it's a little all over the place. It feels a little like muddled and sort of slapped together, but I think the sound of it is kind of nice. I really like the instrumental, but it definitely does feel kind of directionless, and it's just sort of stopping and starting and like going and taking so many different turns, and it feels just so random. I don't know. It's not bad, but it just feels a little directionless right now. Yeah. This song is very, very directionless. It's like the structure is way too all over the place. The instrumental was working for me at first, but now it's just sort of like not really doing enough to carry the song for me. Which sucks because I know this song could work. Okay, nice switch up. I will say this is a really nice switch up. Turpentine is the best song on the album. I can absolutely see this working for other people, yeah. I can absolutely see how this will be someone's favorite, yeah. This song is definitely a very, like, Blink-182 song, you know? For me, I'm just not a big fan of the structure, but I can absolutely see how someone would love this. That song started up here, then it went down here, and then it came back up here. It had moments that I loved, it had moments that I didn't love. It was very directionless, it was very all over the place and scattershot, but I think that the instrumental was decent, and I kind of like the writing here. I also think that switch-up segment with Mark Hoppus worked very, very well. I don't know, I'm kind of split on it. I think I'd give it like a solid 6. It's not bad, it's still in the green. I just wish it was a little more focused and pointed. That's my main problem here. It's decent, it's not bad, you know. Next track is another interlude. Travis Barker and Tom DeLonge on this one, on the vocals. Okay, not gonna score that. That was a 30-second interlude, not gonna score it, we're just gonna move on. Next track, Other Side. Okay, that song is just giving me so much in just the first 40 seconds. Drum beat, incredible. I really like it here. I think the instrumental sounds fantastic. The guitars in particular are really cool. Vocals on the first verse were rough, but they improve on the chorus. Okay, this song is off to a decent start. Yeah, I really don't like the singing on the verses. Yeah, I really like this chorus, dude. Okay. I think that slowdown actually worked really well there. Again, that was another really solid song. I think that while I wasn't the biggest fan of the two verses, I think the chorus and the bridge sounded incredible. The instrumental on this song was fantastic. The drumming in particular on this one, I think was really, really strong. I love the way the song ended. It was just a quick, in and out, fun little song. I'd give it a 7.5. It was decent. Okay, we're here. We finally made it. Final song, Childhood. This is gonna make or break the album. This song needs to be good. Please have a strong closer. Please.
I see signs up in the sky, disappear before my eyes. Whoa. Whoa.
Okay, kind of like a hip-hop drum beat going on here. That's kind of cool. Really great bass as well. Yeah, that's a rough pre-chorus though. Okay. I really like that this song's taking a slower approach for the end here. I think that works really well. And I think the writing is also surprisingly good. A song about them being old, a song about Blink-182 being old, I thought that would, like, The thought of that makes me think it's going to be absolutely terrible, but they're doing it surprisingly very well here. I love this hip-hop drum beat on the verses. It sounds incredible. I mean, it's kind of better the second time around, but I'm still not a big fan of that pre-chorus. I really like this chorus, though. I love that they have a slower chorus here. I like that we're getting an instrumental outro as well. I think that's probably the best way to end this. Love the production here, having the drums like underneath the mix here and then having all these weird glitchy sounds on top of it sounds great. Love the way the drums are recorded here, they sound great. Was this song also produced by Travis Barker? I think Travis Barker produced this whole album, which is really cool. I think his production is surprisingly really good. I don't necessarily agree with this, as I think the production is pretty spotty in places, but it's okay overall. That was a really great closer. Yeah, that was probably the best way this album could have closed off. I like that it was more restrained. I like that it was one of the longest songs on the album too. I think it was the longest song on the album. Yeah, it was. That was a really surprisingly great closer. I think that is the best way you can close an album like this. Very well written. I think the production is fantastic. I love that they're going for a slower, more intimate sound. I think that the chorus is amazing. Do have a problem with the pre-chorus, but I think that's like really my only problem with that song. I'd give that like an 8.5. That was really great. Yeah. That was much better than I thought this album was going to end off. Anyway, that was One More Time. This album was better than I thought it was going to be. I went into this thing thinking I was going to absolutely hate it. I thought I was going to just think this thing was absolute trash. It was going to be miserable, and it wasn't. It definitely has its moments. It has a lot of moments where I'm just not in it at all, and it's just like Blink-182 trying too hard to be their old selves, and it just doesn't work. But there's also moments where they're trying something new, and I think it works really, really well in those moments. Surprisingly good production from Travis Barker, some really great instrumentals, some very memorable songs, and some songs that have also grown on me a decent bit as well. I am going to add up my scores real quick, and then I am going to tell you what my overall score for this album is. I am feeling a 6.2 out of 10 on this album. That has since shrunk to be a solid 6. Yeah, it's solid. It's not great. It's not like something I think I'm ever going to return to all that much. But it's way better than I thought it was going to be. This thing has some great songs, has some memorable cuts. It has a lot of filler that I'm not really going to return to, but honestly, it's way better than anything I would have expected from a new Blink-182 album. It's decent. It's fine. I imagine this is an album that hardcore fans are going to absolutely love. I know my mum really likes it, so hey, I don't really have any major complaints about this thing, you know? And that is going to do it for part 2 of One More Time. If you like this video, make sure you like, share, subscribe. 1,000 subscribers by February and I'm going bold. Let me know what you thought of the album. Tell me your favorite song, your least favorite song, what you'd score it, what you think of it and why. Let me know what albums you want me to listen to down in the comments below. I'm trying to find new music to make videos on and stuff. Check out my gaming channel. And yeah, I will see you all whenever I next stream or upload. Goodbye.